Hey, John, what's up, dude?
What's going on, man?
Good to see you again. It's been a long time.
Been a long time.
Nice shirt, dude. You look ridiculous.
Dude, this is the
Jesus
kind of shirt-
Christ.
It's beautiful out.
Yeah.
Sun's shining.
Oh, my
I think
God.
I'm going to start this episode
Sleeveless.
a little different, dude. You know,
Okay.
I always drink a beer immediately. I think I'm just going to chug the rest of this fucking coffee and see where it brings us.
All right, go ahead. Yeah,
All right,
chug, 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 chug. Ew, ew, gross. Ew, oh, God. Yeah. Ew.
Oh.
You're spilling it everywhere. What kind of coffee was that you just chugged?
McCafe, McDonald's. Made in my, I get the little capsules.
Yeah.
I put it in. I hit the over ice button.
Yeah.
And then bang, dude.
And then you're done, huh?
Just the best
I
iced
like
coffee in the world.
How'd it feel to chug that one down, dude?
Ready, man. Waiting for my eye pupils to go.
Eye pupils. All right. With that, folks, you're
Hey.
listening to Why That's Funny. I'm Andrew Gisberg. I'm joined today by Captain John.
Ahoy!
Hey, John. John just chugged a McCafe ice capsule.
I chugged an ice capsule.
John just chugged a coffee pod. Let's start the show.
You are listening to Why That's Funny, a podcast that enlightens you on everyday things. Starring Andrew Ginsberg and Captain
All
John.
right. Dude, speaking of coffee, I have a crazy thing to tell you. What? I know, you're just sitting here with coffee all over you, all over your beard, all over your shirt.
It's a W.
Just
sorry.
a giant rush from your coffee that you just chugged for
Yeah,
no
dude.
reason. When I came down, I'm down in Old Bridge, New Jersey right now, and I came down today to do these podcasts, and you were still at work, so I walked to a Bagel Talk. Greatest. What are you doing, bro? What the hell's happening right now? You're
I
rubbing
don't
your
wipe my
beard?
face, dude. I wipe my face. I
All
have
right.
coffee all
All
over.
right, all right.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I hadn't found a shirt. Wipe my face.
That's disgusting, dude.
All right,
You
let's
better
go.
put that shirt in the wash.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll
You
probably
better
wear it
put
next
it-
episode.
You better put it in the wash. I don't want to see it on unless it's been washed. All right?
All right, let's
You
talk about.
understand?
Yeah.
I don't want to. You better put it in the wash. I don't want to
Listen.
see it on.
Listen,
Yeah, I'm listening.
I have these sleeves cut off, dude. I'll
I
kick your
know.
fucking ass right
I
now.
know. It's pretty hardcore. It's pretty hardcore. Do you always wear sleeveless shirts?
In the summer,
Jesus.
I like having just a tan where it's just my shoulders aren't tan.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are nice tans, you know.
Yeah, I call that a farmer's tan.
No, farmer's tan is like the guinea tea tan.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it is. I
No,
don't
it's
know.
not. But yeah, that's all right. That shirt is pretty crazy. Where'd you get it? Walmart?
Yeah, dude. Where do you
Yeah,
get
I think
anything?
that's the Walmart
if you
special.
don't shop at Walmart, dude, you're a loser. That's how I look at
That's
life.
certainly what nobody says
Yeah.
for sure.
Spend more than $20 on a shirt.
$20?
Boring.
Yeah,
You're a boring person if you spend more than $20 on a shirt.
really.
Yeah, because that means you care about style. That's boring.
I guess that's an equation
You know?
could make. Yeah.
What else would you make with that equation?
Well, sometimes shirts cost $30.
Yeah, that's crazy.
$40.
Unless you're at a concert.
They're not even stylish, you know.
Well, how much does that shirt cost you right there? $30.
I
right?
don't know. I don't buy a lot of new clothes. I'm
Yeah.
wearing the same clothes for the last decade.
I know. Every time I'm like, hey, we're doing 2 shows, got to bring 2 shirts. You're like, damn,
I know. I'm
I
getting
only
to
got
the
like
end.
6.
I'm getting to the end of my roster here.
Yeah.
all right. It's
I'll
all right.
start buying you shirts, dude.
No, I could buy shirts, dude.
No, but no,
I'm
no.
not fucking poor. That's not the reason. I just don't
mean
care.
that.
I just
I
can't
meant, like,
afford-
let me
I
choose
can't
your
afford
shirts.
different No,
Yo,
I'm
that's what
good.
we
You
should
don't
do.
need. No, we shouldn't.
Next
I don't
week-
think it's a good idea.
Next week, you choose my shirt, I
No.
choose your shirt.
No, I choose you not to wear this shirt. How's that sound? Put on and wash that shirt. That's what I choose. Wash that one. I'll keep dressing the way
You
I
know what
dress.
the coolest thing about wearing shirts like this? If you could just like you're in public, you do this, your armpit's just out, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
I know.
It's
That's
unbelievable that people wear cutoff shirts
And they're serious.
They're dead serious.
Yeah, they're dead
Like,
serious.
they're dead serious.
I know.
A regular guy doesn't wear their shirt. A
No,
serious ass
a serious guy
He's like,
who
yo.
thinks he's right about everything.
Yeah.
He wears that shit.
But I get it.
I
like,
don't.
you don't-
I've never been able to wear
You
those
don't
types
want
of
to be
shirts.
in public. You don't want to fucking like.
Actually, I remember when I was a kid, my dad would be like, "All right, you got to put on a tank top. It's 100 degrees." He calls them tank tops, you know. But it's 100.
Well, yeah.
It's 100 degrees today, but I don't wear. I don't do that.
But
Sleeves only.
But I don't know if this isn't a tank top.
Oh, that's like a cutoff
It's
shirt.
literally just a sleeveless shirt.
Yeah, it's a sleeveless shirt.
Yeah,
it looks insane.
it's
I mean,
crazy.
It really looks nuts.
Yeah, this is-
I can't imagine anybody wearing a shirt like that in any serious context.
No, this is what you show up to a 4th of July party with. You know.
I guess.
It's either this or like Trump on
if
a
in
on
Alabama or
yeah.
something, maybe. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you go to rich party 4th of July.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
Ever
yeah.
since Big Rich stopped throwing them, you probably do
No,
loity-doities.
no, I do the same thing I've always done.
No, you
I don't get
don't.
invited to hoity-toity parties. What do you think I am? Great Gatsby? I get nothing, dude.
You're
I
a
don't get
hoity-toity.
nothing. I
New
know
York
I'm
City
not. I
big
got
shot,
nothing.
dude, making fun of my cutoff shirt.
Well, yeah, that is true. I'm not going to deny that. I am going to do that. But I'm in the. I was waiting for you to come, and I went to Bagel Talk, which has my.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Old Bridge. And I
It's
don't
on
wanna,
Old Bridge.
Listen, I don't want to slander the restaurant because I know we have a lot of listeners now. But it's one of my. They make the best coffee in the entire world.
Dude, when you texted me,
I
like,
want to preface with that.
when I was like, "Hey man, are you still there?" You're like, "Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna go to Bagel Talk again. I've been dreaming of this coffee." I thought
Yeah.
you were just making a joke. Like,
I'm
yeah,
serious.
it's just been sitting in the pot all day. Like,
No,
Like,
they have the best coffee I've ever had in my whole life.
you're
Bagel Talk.
you're
Old Bridge, New
from New York.
Jersey. Yeah.
You're telling
I'm from
me-
New Jersey.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're from New York now.
Yeah.
Now you're not a New
Right.
Jersey guy anymore. Now
Right.
you're
No,
a New
I'm
York
still.
guy.
I'm genetically Jersey.
All right, I understand.
Yeah. Well, you don't
You
understand.
care about your New Jersey pride so much.
Yeah.
dude.
Well, I'm not from New York.
I know, but whatever. You
I
are.
came
in
from New
New
York today.
Yes.
Yes.
And you live in New York.
I do live there. Yes.
So you are from New York currently.
Today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Either way, you're telling me this little bagel shop in Old Bridge,
Yeah.
where like some Mexican guy, well, probably not anymore because he probably all got iced,
Right.
but some white Albanian guy
Uh-huh.
put coffee beans that were probably Folgers is your favorite.
No, they're not. They're great coffee beans. They have great coffee.
There's
They have the
no-
best coffee I ever had in my entire
I
life.
guarantee if I made you a pot of coffee, you'd
No,
say it was the best.
that's the best
you've
coffee.
ever
No,
had.
no. They've always felt this way. They have the
Let me
best
make
coffee.
you a McCafe.
But no, that's not the best. That's I don't want that. Yeah, only if I could wear your shirt while I drink it, because that's the only way
It's
to
America,
drink
dude. Grow up.
it. Put a McCafe in here, man.
McCafe, cut
Put
off
these
sleeves.
put these K-pods right in the ocean.
The problem is you're not ready for the summer. So anyway,
I'm-
tell me
I'm
about
ready.
this cup of coffee.
It's not even about the coffee. I don't mean to slander the restaurant. I'm sorry that I have to say this, but like I was like, all right,
It's the poorest place in the
I'm
world.
gonna use the bathroom. I'm gonna take a piss. I go in the bathroom. It's like 4:00 in the afternoon. Nobody else in the restaurant. I order the coffee, put it on the table. I go in the bathroom, and there's just vomit everywhere.
Shut up!
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, I was like,
There's no way
somebody went
that's
into the
true.
Bagel Talk bathroom, yacked, left it there.
You're telling me I just picked you up, I drove you home, we talked about a bunch of stuff, and
yeah.
you just
I
didn't
didn't mention because I thought I'd save it for the show.
Dude, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my
I
entire
know.
life.
I was like,
There's
yo,
just vomit in there.
well, there was
some
just vomit
guy-
all over the toilet.
You know
yeah.
what that is?
What?
I know what that is.
I don't. It's
Some
not a good
guy-
look for a restaurant.
Well, listen, you went in at 4. No one's
Yeah.
going in that bagel shop after the morning. The morning rush happens. There's that one guy that woke up at 1 p.m. He's like, I got a sausage. It's all
yeah,
over.
he's some drunk guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he just went in there, threw up everywhere. He's like, no, let me just get the sausage. I gotta
dude,
go
it's
home.
true. That's probably the only.
100% what happened.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I can't let anybody know that. I just fucking left immediately. Like, all right, what was the color of the vomit? Were you talking like red or like
Yeah,
what?
like red. Yeah.
yeah.
That's it. You can tell by the color of the vomit.
That's
Let
an
me
al-
diagnose. I've seen a lot of
That's
vomit
an
in my
alcohol,
life.
dude.
Yeah.
When it's red, it's alcohol.
Yeah, no,
because
you-
it's always like a
I didn't even think of that, but
like,
that could be what it is.
Every time I throw up from the night of drinking, it's always red.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and then sometimes like, oh, like I talked about a couple podcasts ago when I drank the wine, but like if you're drinking daiquiris or drinking any kind of mixed sangria, mixed drink,
Yeah.
you're not throwing up red unless you're dying. I mean, hey, listen,
Dude, it's so funny because I couldn't say. I was literally thinking to myself, what could be the scenario where somebody came into this bathroom and
then
threw
you
up
talk to a
before?
guy who still drinks.
That makes sense.
You lost your roots.
Because I was like, I know, because I was like, this doesn't make me want to eat here.
Yeah.
That there's just like somebody like ate a bagel and was like, nope. But it's like, you're right. They must have been like, I gotta get a sausage.
Yeah,
egg, and
see,
cheese.
that's what went through your head right away. When
Yeah.
I walked in there, if I walked in, I'd be like, damn, someone had a night. Like,
Yeah.
that's all I would have thought of. That's the only thing ever.
That's so
There's
funny.
no way
dude.
someone ate and then immediately had to go to the bathroom and throw up. Like,
Right,
that place
right.
would have been closed.
Yeah, it's a bagel
immediately.
store. I mean,
Yeah.
how could it have that
I guess
reaction?
they didn't
to
cook
you?
the pork roll that
Yeah,
good.
no way.
Yeah.
No way.
Nah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, well that solves that. Thank you for solving the mystery of the vomit and the bagel talk.
That's what I'm here for, dude. Me
That
and
was-
the cat.
Don't ever refer to your shirt as the cat again. That's not cool of you to do that. I feel like you referred to. Well, I think you referred to yourself as the cat, which I don't like. And that's what I do, man, because I'm the cat. That's what the cat does. But yeah, you wear a sleeveless shirt, go to the party, make everybody call you the cat. I don't like that.
I should do that.
Yo,
dude.
what's up? Yo, guys, the cat's here.
Yeah,
Yo,
I'm
what's
like,
up, man? Sleeves out. The cat's here,
I walk
dude.
in, that's all anyone does.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Meow. Pass me a beer.
Pass me your beer, dude.
Meow. That sucks, dude. Nice.
Nah, dude, that doesn't suck. That's sick.
That's good. Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
That's
it's
my
pretty-
friend the cat.
Yeah.
I until this year I hadn't vomited in like 10 years, but I vomited recently.
This year?
Yeah, well, end of 2020. Yeah, around Christmas time I got neurovirus. I was vomiting.
Oh, yeah. That's
Couldn't
what,
believe it.
Yeah.
Actually, not again. And so that night where I got neurovirus, I hung out with my brother, and we went and
Did you eat?
we got Old Bridge Pizza, but it wasn't because
Same
of
shopping center.
I know, dude. What's going on?
Wow, dude.
Eerie. That's just those things
That's
in life that
fucking
are just
crazy.
eerie, don't you
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
You know? No, I'm just kidding. Everything makes you vomit though, and
Those are those things.
it's one of those. And
Damn,
it
I
made me
want more
vomit all
coffee.
night long. You want more coffee?
Yeah, I'm feeling it now, man.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
fucking
ripping, huh?
jumped. I'm jumped up.
He's jumped up,
I'm
dude.
jumped up, dude.
Jesus, all
Ready
right.
to rock.
The cat's in the building. The cat has arrived, everybody.
Yeah.
I know all you guys are worried. Don't worry. The
This
cat.
is Why
The
That's
cat
Funny.
has arrived. The cat has arrived. The cat's in the building.
Andrew Ginsberg and the cat.
And the cat. and featuring Andrew Ginsberg and the cat, Captain John.
Yeah,
That's
the
it, dude.
cat,
You're the
dude.
cat.
Wow, I'm the
like,
cat.
I like the cat.
Yeah. Maybe I'll be Big Cat.
Big cat. Oh, I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
I'm
Big
Big
cat.
Cat.
I knew a guy named Big Cat I met once.
Really?
Yeah, I met a bartender. I was there's a bar near me that I was hanging out at, and
Were you drinking?
no, I was drinking non-alcoholic drinks.
I'll get you one day.
And he called me. I said, "What's your name, by the way, buddy?" And he said, "Yeah, they call me the Big Cat." That's what he said.
You know what, dude?
That's a great name for a bartender.
I got to premise this right now.
Yeah,
I
premise it.
fucking hate
Mhm.
when people say, "Hey, what's your name?" and the
They say
first
something
thing
like that.
they call me,
Yeah.
I'll fucking knock you out right there.
What do you mean?
I got my sleeves off. I'll fucking knock him.
You're saying if they call you John and not the Big Cat?
No,
you
no,
knock
no,
him
no.
out?
If I'm like, "Hey, man," I'm like, "Yo, what's going on, man? What's your name?" He's like, "They call me Lava." I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"No, dude.
Yeah,
I didn't
I'm not
ask.
call-
I
I'm not
didn't
calling
ask you
a lot.
that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I
What's your
hate-
birth? What's it say in your birth certificate? Does
hate
it say
that.
lava? No.
All right. Well, no. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm actually wondering this about you because you're a big last name guy.
Big last
When
name
you
guy.
introduce yourself to somebody, do you say Andrew or do you say Ginsberg?
I say Andrew.
Wow.
People naturally start calling me Ginsberg.
I
as-
say Murphy every time.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd say your last name as your name. When you
Yeah,
introduce
because
yourself to people.
there's always a million Johns.
Sure.
So like if I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
what's-
that's true.
hey, I'm John. I'm like, nah, you can call me Murphy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm Murphy.
Yeah,
Not-
you say
I
John in
would
this
actually
town, the
say-
whole town turns around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Murphy too.
Murphy too. A lot of Murphys out there.
A lot of
Pretty
Murphys.
common name.
John Murphy. Yeah,
That's why you got to change your name to Big Cat.
Yeah, from now on, when someone says, "What's your name?" I'm gonna say, "Hey." They
No,
call me
I say
Big
I'm
Cat.
Andrew, and then people if some people call him, they start to call me Andy. You know,
Andy stinks.
Andy's my alter ego. You don't know about Andy. I haven't brought him out in a while.
Yeah, I
you
don't
don't
like
know about
Andy.
Andy. Over the 5 years we didn't talk, you didn't know Andy. But
Oh yeah. he's
Andy's
fun.
my alter ego. He comes out. He's like the dark version of me.
So like the sober guy.
No, Andy's like, yeah, he's like, you know, he's offensive, he's racist, he's
Oh,
yeah, he's like,
where's that Andy? Bring him
he-
out right now.
He's not ready to come out right now. You'll know when Andy comes, but he's not here right now.
So Andy's offensive and racist.
It's a thing I do when I go on stage, like in the stand up, like in clubs. Like if I don't like the audience or I'm not in a good mood or whatever, I go on stage and I tell
Oh.
bring me up as Andy Ginsberg, and then I'm like a whole different guy.
Wow, Andy Ginsberg. I hate that combo, Andy Ginsberg.
Yeah, I like Andy.
No, but like that whole Andy,
Ginsberg. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't at all. Like,
I
because
know.
a Jewish guy would never be called Andy.
Yeah, Andrew's not really a Jewish name.
No, you ever go by Drew? Does anyone ever call you Drew?
No,
Because that stinks.
I don't do Drew.
Yeah, Drew stinks.
Yeah,
Dude.
Drew's rough.
Drew's rough.
My mom calls me Drew sometimes, but I
Oh.
forbid it. I told
Yeah,
her.
my mom
I
calls
said,
me
"You call me
Johnny."
that again, you'll be out on the street."
Yeah, that's why no one's allowed to call my son John.
Right.
I mean Johnny. Because
Johnny.
my mom calls me and like Tyra's like, nah, we're not.
Yeah, it's,
Johnny.
it's triggering for you. You start punching the wall.
No.
Shut up! I hate you.
It's so weird because like, I want to call him Johnny because it's so weird saying my name to my son. I'm like, hey,
Johnny."
John.
Yeah,
And I'm like, nah, I'm John.
yeah,
It's like, I want to be like Johnny. And she's like, nah, he's JJ.
yeah.
So now it's just JJ. He's JJ.
Well, why is it JJ?
John. And then
John.
that's what we started calling him. John. That's like all the whole time. It was baby
Come
John.
here, John.
But and then AJ died, and I was like, yo, can we call him JJ? And
Yeah.
then that's what it started.
Because it
into.
kind of rhymes with AJ.
AJ.
Yeah.
But Chip used to always call the AJ. He's like, oh, my little JJ. That's what he always used to say. Well,
Got
doesn't
it.
matter. Fuck
John's a funny name for
for a baby.
baby or a tractor. You know, that's my tractor, John, man. Big cat rides the John.
Big cat rise to John.
Big cat rides the John. Yeah, I mean, look, you have a ridiculous look, and everything about you is ridiculous. Your beard still
Do you
dyed.
think it's for attention?
What, the way you look? I don't know. Not for positive attention. Probably negative attention. People hating you. Sure.
Yeah. See, that's why I've always wondered. I'm like, listen, I always dress ridiculous. I just like bright colors. I like being like a peacock. You
Yeah.
know, I peacock.
Yeah.
But like, I don't.
You're
care.
like a homosexual. You like to peacock and wear flamboyant colors and make sure everybody pays
My
attention.
favorite color is purple.
Is it?
Yeah, I love the color purple.
You and Barney have that in common.
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite color? Blue.
Me? Blue, yeah.
Yeah, you fucking loser.
Oh, I like a
dude.
classic blue.
Yeah,
like a
you're just
navy.
like every person.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
world.
you're so different because you like purple. You-
Purple's great, dude. Purple and black, best combo, dude.
Nah, I don't know about that.
You don't think purple and black looks nice?
It's nice.
It's a nice combo.
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice.
You know what I also like? Purple and orange. We'll give you
That's
a little,
they don't go together.
little Halloweeny, though.
They don't go
dude.
together.
Little
Purple and orange
Halloweeny.
don't go together. I don't know. I'm colorblind. I don't think they go
Are
together.
you colorblind?
Yeah, I can't see it. Everything's in black and white for me.
No,
I've
but
never
are you-
seen
are
a
you-
color. It's all black and white.
Are you really colorblind, though?
That's what they tell me.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, hold on a minute. Let me see
Well,
something.
we're not gonna be able to prove this
no,
perception.
we can.
test.
We can. We easily can.
Mm-hmm.
What color is that under the pink?
Blue.
See? You actually are. That's purple.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little colorblind. I told you. Yeah,
Wow,
see?
I didn't know.
Yeah, now you
no,
know.
that's blue. I'm just.
Just that's exactly what my doctor did. He's like, I'm fucking with you.
I'm fucking with you. You're not
Come
gonna
here,
fuck-
come on,
Get
man.
outta here.
They call me the big cat.
They go.
You're the big cat too? That's
Everybody's a
great,
big
dude.
cat,
Good for
dude.
you, man. Anyway, so somebody threw up in Bagel Talk, and
Yeah.
now we're here, and I'm having a good day.
Yeah. Hey.
And it's good to see you again, buddy. I wanted to tell you about a couple other things, too. I had on my little list here to talk to you about.
Tell me
I had
about
a question. This was a burning one I wrote down this week.
a birding one.
Have you tried Zyn? Have you heard of Zins? Yeah. It's like a lip.
Fuck yeah.
You've
dude.
tried that?
Fuck yeah.
Dude,
I don't
everybody's
wear
doing
the shirt for no
Zins now.
reason.
They act like it's a fucking wellness product.
Yeah.
It's annoying. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, I do Zins and I go to the gym. It's like, it's tobacco.
Yeah, but it's different
Why?
because it's in a pouch.
Okay, so they had snus and snuff and chewing tobacco. Oh,
Yeah, but you can get Zins. Like, some Zins have caffeine in them.
You need nicotine and caffeine in the Zyn
Sure.
directly to the gums.
Is there any way other to live than nicotine and caffeine?
No, it's good. Of course, I get that.
Yeah.
You like Zyn.
Nah.
People do them though. Like I know a lot of people that just Zyn all the time.
They just Zen.
All the time.
Really?
Only Zyn. Don't smoke. Nothing. Just Zinning.
See, but
They're addicted to Zinning. Young kids too. They
I think-
they get in. They Zyn now.
I think I know it's a big thing.
They
Like,
Zyn.
I think it's just pushy shit. Like
It's just like-
smoke a cigarette.
But they act like it's a wellness product. That's the difference. Is
What do you mean act like
Everyone
a woman?
Everyone that Zins acts like it's good for you.
No,
They're
they
like,
don't.
no, it's good for. No, they do. It's like
What are
it's
you
like part of
talking
like
about?
gym culture.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Dude, I'm telling you,
There's no way people think Zen is good.
they do.
Like, yeah, dude, I've been working on my quads with the fucking packed lip. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
No,
they're
that's
like
not
it really
true.
gives me the juice I need for my workout, man.
Yeah, because these people never did smoke a cigarette. Now they should smoke cigarettes and go in the gym, watch how much they lift.
yeah,
Fucking get them heart pounding, dude.
yeah. That's the way. You could just be like some guy who came back from war that's lifting like
Yeah.
a barbell in the garage while he's smoking cigarettes. listening-
exactly,
exactly.
dude. Those
Yeah,
are the
yeah.
coolest guys in the world. That's
Right.
what I always wanted to be. A guy that came back from war.
Right. Yeah, those guys were cool, dude.
God, imagine signing
Yeah.
up for the army, man. Oh,
my god. That's one thing I'm glad. I'm glad that never happened.
When I was like, I dropped. So I went to fucking college to become a history teacher. Got 20 credits. I was like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Then I wanted to become a cop.
Yeah.
I got 30 credits. Now I have 50 credits. And I was like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, half
And I was like,
history,
you know what?
half
I'm
cop.
gonna be an interior designer.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And we were like, what? And exactly. You were like, well, my favorite color is purple already. So I might as well be an interior. When did you become an interior? What was that?
I was just on Adderall all the time.
Yeah.
Redesigning
Like,
my
no,
room.
I'd love to like.
No, I would like putting stuff like certain areas, and I was on Adderall, and I was like, "Oh man, this all makes sense." Like I was like, "Oh wow, this looks great here. This looks great here."
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Yo, you have to like take art classes." I'm like, "Oh, I can't draw." I was like, I just want to put stuff in a room.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to do.
Right.
I didn't want to draw.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
but I
nobody's
guess-
gonna just hire you to redecorate their house
Why?
for no reason.
Let me get this. I can do it.
Well, you don't
Look
have
at
any.
this.
You don't have an eye for design. Yeah. Look at this. This place looks like a fucking museum, dude.
That's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to come down here and be like, "Wow, let me look at all these things."
Right. It
Yeah.
does. It does have that vibe. I mean, it's really out there. This place. I mean, it's cool. You know, everybody
Yeah.
thinks that you built a podcast studio. Everybody I talk to is like, John built a podcast studio for the podcast. It's like, no, this is just his literal house.
Yeah.
This is
I'm
his
a
basement.
psychopath. I put this glass table here and filled it with beers. That's all we did.
I know. There's so much football stuff on the walls.
Yeah, well, that's what we do. There's 4 TVs, and we watch football. Literally, dude, all the guys. I have a text group called the Ball Boys,
Uh huh.
and every
it's not helping your
Sunday-
interior
I
design
know.
situation here.
Every Sunday,
Yeah, It's the ball boy. And then I like purple interior design, and
The
I have a
ball-
group chat called the Ball Boys. They all come over. All right.
but every Sunday
Yeah.
at 10 a.m. Hey, is it happening? I'm like, yep, we're good.
hmm
And I fucking that little wall over there. I put all the matchups on what's going on, what times, and everything.
Right.
All these seats are taken up, and then there's just 4 TVs. And from 1 p.m. until 8 p.m., we just sit here
Uh-huh.
and scream at these 4 TVs.
That's it, huh?
And that's
Every-
it.
That's
and that's
every
why there's a
football
refrigerator.
Sunday?
There's a kegerator there, a refrigerator there, a refrigerator here.
And how does your wife feel about that?
She loves it.
She loves it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She
Sean,
loves
I
it.
just love when 12 of your friends
No,
come over and
because you
scream
wanna know
all
why
day
she
long.
loves it?
Yeah.
She knows she has me for the rest of the weekend. She's like,
Right.
Friday and Saturday mine, Sunday's yours. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Nice.
Like, you want to go pull up flowers and do the worst stuff I ever have to do and break my back?
Right.
As long as I can sit in my basement for 8 hours and drink with my friends, I'm down.
That's great.
Yeah, and that's yeah, it's a good partnership.
Uh huh.
I can black out drunk on Sundays, and I'll do hard work on Friday and Saturday.
That's what you have to do on Friday, Saturday. Hard work.
No, not really. I still black out then too, and then she gets mad at me. She's like, "You said I can have these
John,
days!"
you're blacking out. Come on, big cat. You said you were gonna do the
Come
you were
on,
gonna do
big
some
cat.
digging, and now look what you're doing. Come
Yeah,
on.
but I'm a feisty big cat.
I'm a feisty cat. I'm a feisty
Sometimes
cat.
I go back on my word and I drink every day, bitch.
Now, do you bring the baby down here to watch football for 12 hours?
I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
He came down for a little bit when he was first born. You know, it was December, so it's like,
What are you gonna do if the baby doesn't like football? You gonna be like, get out of my house?
It's gonna be a hard
gonna
time
be tough,
for me
huh?
and him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, he's gonna like football.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna make sure he likes football.
What if he likes theater?
Well, you have to kick his
You'll
ass.
be supportive, yeah.
Probably
Have to
so.
kick his ass.
I always thought about it, and like, Tara's like, what if he's gay? I'm like, that might be the best thing that could happen to me.
Right.
Because now I know he's not going to get some girl pregnant, and I have to be a grandfather at like when he's 14 and I'm like 44.
Mhm.
Like, that would suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh,
Yeah.
great. Now I have to take care of you and your kid.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst thing that could happen to somebody.
I know, but you're not gonna want to.
and
I
if he's gay, whatever. He was the fifth and he ended it.
he was the fifth. Oh, right.
Because
Yeah.
I'm
he
the
was
fourth. He's the fifth.
Right.
And that's it. It's done.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't picture him like he comes over on Sundays like this is my boyfriend Raul, and all 12 of your friends are here.
Yeah, well, I mean, he'll get bashed. Like, everybody will make
Come
fun
here,
of-
come here.
Yeah, everybody will be like, oh, who's my gay buddy? Like, stuff
Well,
like
by
that.
the time your son grows up, I mean,
Half my friends are going to be dead.
and gender won't even be real. So
Yeah.
it's all there won't be everybody. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. All that stuff's
Then
dissipating.
I'll
anyway.
actually get to identify as a cat. Probably
That's
by
true.
then,
Yeah, a real cat.
I'm a real cat.
Yeah, you're already a real cat.
fuck yeah.
There's the big cat, dude. Very good. Nice. What are you smoking right now?
I got a lemon berry.
And that's a Mike Tyson vape.
That's a Mike Tyson vape. You want to try it?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. What, you got fucked up from the last ones?
Yeah, they make me feel kind of weird, honestly. The
Yeah.
vape, the Mike Tyson vapes.
It's weird. When I'm not smoking them, that's when I feel weird.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
It takes over, huh?
It takes over.
The Mike Tyson
I
vape.
need to fucking keep smoking.
please smoke my vape. Go ahead and let me stomp.
It's funny, dude. When you open up the package of these, stop your balls.
Let me stomp your balls with my vape.
Let me fuck you.
Wow. All right.
No, that's what he says. I
That's
didn't
what-
want to say the other part.
Yeah, sure.
But when you open
It's a
up
children's
these-
show. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he says, I'm going to fuck you like a
Whoa.
That's what he says. That's what he says. Now you have to cut that.
Okay.
Now you have to cut that.
All
You made me say
right.
it.
Okay.
Now you have to cut it.
All right.
So anyway, when you open up these vapes, there's a little slip that when you pull it out, it says, if this doesn't have Mike Tyson's face on it, it is fake. And
Really?
I always think, I'm like, yo, I could just put that slip into any of them. Like, who the fuck controls that slip?
Who the hell is pirating Mike Tyson vapes?
That's
You're
what I'm
there's
saying.
fake versions
I don't
of the
know,
Mike
man.
Tyson
Maybe
vape.
Mike Tyson thinks that, like, hey, that's not mine.
That's not an official Mike Tyson
Yeah.
vape. That's not. That doesn't have my face on it. It's not the official Mike Tyson.
No, you do a really good Mike Tyson.
That's a good impression.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm only doing an impression of other people doing an impression. I don't think I've ever heard him speak.
What?
I mean, like, I'm not. I'm not like. I guess I am a Tyson guy. One time I watched all of his fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
And I always talk about knocking people unconscious when I get mad. I guess I do love Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson's great.
Yeah, yeah,
Listen, all the rape allegations, all that shit was under the rug.
yeah, yeah.
I remember one time
He's great now.
when the Mike Tyson fight was happening last year.
Mhm.
Liam had to do.
Oh, that was sad. Yeah,
Liam had to do. Yeah, Liam had to do a Black History Month project, right?
hilarious. Yeah,
And he picks Mike Tyson, and he's like, "Yo, I picked Mike Tyson." I'm like, "Why?"
yeah,
I'm like, "Dude, we're gonna have to do some serious ass research. Like, all I know about this guy is he has rape allegations.
yeah.
he fucking.
We're gonna have to really dig deep to
Yeah,
make
he
this seem
did-
like he's a good
Yeah,
guy.
he did terrible things. Found out though, he does a couple good things.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
started
he-
the vape company.
Yeah,
He's got vapes.
he does like
He
charity
trains
stuff for like. I'm
birds.
sure there's poor people that he takes care of.
Yeah,
like, inner city children that he's like, "Oh, I'm Mike Tyson." Like
he does that.
Oh.
You just get scared of the TV.
Yeah, it just switched to a commercial. It was the first time I've seen a commercial and freaked me out.
That scared you, huh?
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day. I never got to tell you this story, but like I used to work at Yahoo. Remember Yahoo?
Yeah.
You do?
I have an email. Yes.
Oh, sure. I'm sure that's the only email that you use.
Yeah.
Is Yahoo.
Yes. Yes.
You
it
use
is.
Yahoo email?
I'm terrible with my Gmail. Yeah.
You're terrible with your Gmail. What are you
Yeah.
talking? You sound like my dad.
No, because like, all right. So my Yahoo
Uh huh.
has that there. You see the purple one?
Yeah, I know what Yahoo looks
Yeah,
like. Oh,
no.
45,000 emails, dude. Are you serious? You got to clean that shit, dude.
No, I can't.
Why?
I've tried.
Yes, you can.
No, it takes too long, dude.
But then you got to just delete the account entirely
can't.
and get a new email.
I can't. I have
Why?
too much shit that goes there, dude.
You can't. You have 45,000 emails. You never even looked at it. So who
I
cares?
know, but I have so many bills and like my
Your
fan,
bills are in there
my-
with the 45,000
my
emails.
FanDuel, my DraftKings.
But how could you use any of it? You have 45,000 emails.
Well, because like I get a notification on the top, and I'm like,
You're like
oh,
Hillary Clinton over here. I'm gonna lock you up, kid. 45,000 emails?
45,000. It's not that bad. I'm sure people have worse.
No, they don't. There's nobody that has worse.
It used to be 99999.
But there's no way you can find anything in there among 45,000 emails.
No, but they have a little search bar, which, by the way, Yahoo search bar, when you're looking for something, is the worst thing in the world. Like, if I want to find
Yeah.
something from FanDuel, I type in FanDuel, it gives me 3 emails. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
Every time I log in here, they send me an email. Like, that's wrong.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, what happened with Yahoo?
Well, I don't know. That was just a shocking
You
turn of
can't
events.
get over 45.
I
Big Cat plays
you
hard,
should just
dude.
delete the well, because you're saying that you need things in that email, but there's 45,000 unread emails, so both can't be
No,
true.
but like all the bills and everything I have are into that email. So like,
Do you pay your bills?
yeah, but
What do
like
you mean they're into that email?
Like while I'm just sitting there, I'm always on my phone. There's never a time where I'm just like, oh, I'm off my phone. Like my phone's in my hand 24/7.
Okay.
I've already charged it 3 times. I'm only at 41%.
Jesus.
So I'm
This
always
guy's
on my
addicted
phone.
to the phone, baby.
Oh, so addicted.
You love it, huh?
Yeah, because like I had the Pokemon game on here. I play Pokemon Red, and like I'm just always on Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram, fucking fantasy. I'm just always constantly. Just doing
By the way,
stuff.
no one else in the entire world like speaks like this about their phone.
Yeah.
Like you could be like, "Do you think you use your phone too much?" People will be like, "Yeah." You're just like, "Yeah, of course. I'm on it 24/7. I don't do anything else."
Because people are. If they're
Yeah.
not, they're lying.
Right.
Everybody's always on their phone.
Okay.
24/7.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna admit it. But while I'm on my phone 24/7, I have my notifications on, so I'll see an email. I'm like, oh shit. Do I click this? Yes.
Uh-huh.
I should click it and then delete it, but
Right.
that's way too lazy, dude.
But
I'm already at 45,000. There's no stopping it now.
If I were you, I would just delete the whole
I
account.
can't delete the
Start
account, dude.
this,
I got
delete the
my.
whole
I
account.
just told you I got my bills.
Yeah.
I got.
So what bills?
I don't
What,
know, like-
one bill, like
no, like
electric
my
bill?
garbage company,
Your
water
garbage company?
company.
They send you
fucking-
bills, the garbage
yeah,
company?
PSE&G.
You got to pay for garbage?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay. I don't
Own
know.
a house, dude.
Oh, really?
Big
Does
cat.
that cost
No,
money?
yeah, it does.
That costs money, Big Cat?
Yeah. It's
Tell me more, Big Cat.
It's $30 every 3 months.
Jesus.
It used to be $300 every 3 months.
What happened?
I called them
You
and
had
I,
a talk with
and
the-
I was
they
like,
had a
listen,
talk
I
with
got
the
a,
cat?
I was like, listen, I got a pamphlet that says that they'll do $30, and they're like, no, they won't. I'm like, all right, then I'm just gonna cancel. I'm like,
You don't want your garbage
all
back?
right, you know what? All right, we'll do it for 1 year. I was like, all right,
That was it?
and that was it.
This
1
sounds like
year.
a made-up conversation.
No, I swear to God, my bill's $30 a month. I got a pamphlet that said they'll do it for $30 a month from some shitty poor company,
Mhm.
and I want an IWS Interstate Waste Supply.
Okay.
And I was
Holy
like,
shit,
yeah,
dude. What
dude.
the fuck? Is
Ah.
any of this real?
Yeah, man. I get
Jesus
2
Christ.
days a day. I get 2 day pickups. I don't recycle. I throw all this stuff into the big pans,
Yeah.
and then I just throw it right out, dude.
In the city, they tried to implement composting a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, how'd
Did you
that
hear
go?
about that?
No, how'd that go?
You
No.
hear about that?
No, I really did.
It's so funny because my dad keeps calling me to talk about it. I don't know anything about it because
Your dad watches the news 24/7.
he watches the news 24/7. He
Does
called
your
me.
dad watch like CBS and then your mom watches Fox?
They watch whatever news comes on right before the Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
Right? Okay. And my dad's he's glued to the for some reason he loves the local New York news.
Loves it.
And he always tells lately, dude, I'm not even making this up. This has been a reoccurring thing that he's been telling me about. He's like, first it started with he called me one Sunday. He's like, yeah, I'm watching the news. Did you hear about the composting in New York? I'm like, no, I didn't hear it. He's like, you don't have a new bin? I was like, what? He's like, yeah, they want everybody to compost. See how that works? He's like, they want everybody to put a new composting thing in there. It's never gonna work. Nobody's gonna compost. I'm like, I don't even know about this
Dude, why is your dad always telling you the news? He was like, hey,
because he
don't-
watches the news all the
don't-
time,
yeah,
and
but
it's
he-
like local news, so they cover a lot of stuff that's happening in like New York.
Yeah, but he was like, yo, don't anybody tell anybody your last name's Ginsburg.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're killing Jews all over the city.
Anti-Semitism's on the rise. Okay, all right, but then he goes,
So,
so
yeah.
then he goes, yeah, they're doing a compost bin. I'm like, I don't think anything of it. I go out to the garbage can a few weeks ago, and like, sure enough, there's this new bin. It's like a brown bin. I don't know what it's for. I'm like, okay. They tried composting in California, in my opinion. When I lived out there, we tried to compost. It didn't work. Nobody's gonna do it. Doesn't matter. They mix it all together anyway, and the environment's over. That's how I feel. So
The
whatever.
environment's over.
Like it's like, you know what I mean? Like we're
Yeah,
not gonna
it
fix
is.
it. It's
It's
done.
over.
Like it's just like you said, fill it up the canyons with garbage, whatever.
Hell yeah, fill it
It's
up.
over. Fill the canyon.
canyon.
So anyway, okay. then my landlord sends a note out to the whole building that's like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but you have to start composting now. Like,
Oh,
there's
so
a
they're really pushing this.
so there's a composting thing. I don't compost. I mean, I didn't change anything about the way I was doing the garbage. Then I noticed that there was like big summonses all over the building doors because
Oh, shit.
the city was writing tickets for buildings not doing that. But I was like, this can't be on me. Like, I'm sure nobody in the building. I'm sure, like, I'm not the one that. I'm like, oh shit, do they have camera? Like, I'm like looking around.
Like,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
man, am I the one not throwing away my banana peels in this brown bag?
No. But then my dad called me that Sunday, and he goes, "Yeah. Did you see on the news that now they're writing tickets?
Yo,
he's like they're trying to enforce the compost, but nobody's doing it. They're not gonna do it." And I'm like, yeah, actually, it's funny that you say that because like I wasn't composting. I noticed that my building had a fine on it, and I was like, and he's like, yeah, but they're never gonna enforce it. He goes, hey, forget about it. And then
Oh my god.
and then I went to go see him last weekend, and I actually read in the paper that morning that New York had reversed the composting rules, saying that people didn't know about it. They weren't, so they were giving it another few weeks before they could write tickets. Like all tickets are void until people get educated on what composting is. because people didn't
So
understand.
you have to read the newspaper now before you go see your dad.
And then I saw him. He goes, "Did you see they took back the composting? Nobody can do that. Nobody can do it. I can't believe they want people. Nobody wants to compost. They're not gonna have people composting. Are you serious? You're gonna be composting?" I was like, "Yo, you're so on this. Like, it's so crazy,
dude. It's crazy.
He's
That
glued
is
to it.
crazy.
Glued to it. He loves it.
He watches the news and
Loves
just
it.
fucking everything he's saying is perfect. Like knows exactly.
Well, he's really focused on this composting story.
Why?
Because he just thinks it's so ridiculous. I don't know why. He hates it. He hates the idea of it. He hates it.
Fuck the
So, yeah,
environment.
good luck with compost. Yeah, nobody's gonna do that. A third bin, because a lot of these guys they didn't want to start with the second bin with the recycling bin.
yeah,
and then
yeah.
now they're talking
Yeah.
about third. He's probably thinking like, this better not come to Jersey because I'll fucking kill somebody.
That's definitely what he's thinking.
It's like the coronavirus. He's like, they're spreading. They're talking about composting now, Celia. They're talking about composting. Damn it. Yeah, he's
That's
scared.
definitely what he's afraid of.
He's afraid of another bin.
But who cares? Like, I understand.
Yeah.
Listen, I would rather compost than recycle, in my opinion. Because like, look
Same.
at all this. This is
Oh,
ridiculous.
if you have a
I'm gonna take a garbage bag and I'm gonna throw them on the garbage. I'm gonna throw them outside in the garbage.
yeah.
But if I was cutting up a cucumber or pineapple or apple and there was a compost thing in my, I'd be like, oh, cool. Slide that into there.
Yeah.
That's way easier than recycling
No,
bottles.
I'm thinking about composting. I might start doing it.
Composting's all right.
Well, because you could also, you live here and you got your fucking.
I have a compost.
Yeah,
Did you see
could.
it?
You could.
No, did you see it in my backyard?
No, I didn't see it.
I have a compost.
You do?
I have a giant it looks like an upside down garbage can, and the top
I'm gonna
says
tell
compost.
my dad what you're doing.
And when you open it, it smells like shit. I've never used it. It was from the old owner.
Oh, I
that
see.
shit probably is perfectly compost.
Well, I'm saying you compost stuff, then you could use it in your little stupid garden.
that's
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 Your
what I
little
should do.
fruity little garden. You could go out there with your compost. Ooh la la la! Here come my cucumbers.
I've realized as I get older,
Sure.
I'm like when I was younger, dude, I was like, yo, mom, I'm over by the plants. Just get away from the plants.
Right,
Shut the
right.
fuck up.
Yeah, yeah.
Now that I dropped $150 on there and I had
Yeah.
all these little kids running around in the backyard,
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, get away.
$150 piece of lettuce. You're fucking. With. Hey, come here, you little shit. You're turning into one of those dads.
Yeah.
That's $150 tomato you just stepped on, you little shit.
Dude, and like my neighbor has the best grass you've ever seen. When we leave later, I'm going to show you his
Look at
grass.
that grass.
It's unbelievable. And
When
I've-
did you start mulching?
I-
May?
I've never cared. I never understood the lawn thing. But now when I live next to someone that has that lawn,
Yeah.
and like me and Tara will be walking, she goes, "Wow, we look so white trash." I'm like, "Damn, this is
gotta
he's
take
the
care of-
problem. I'm not the problem.
Right.
He's doing too much.
You got to take care of your
I
lawn.
don't want to do anything.
You know, what's it?
You don't.
It's spring now. You got to start putting the seeds
listen,
down.
listen, everything was dying. It was all dead. And, like,
Sure.
I'm looking on these things. People buy these shoes. They walk around, they aerate it. You take a stick, aerate it. I'm like, I ain't doing all this shit.
I ain't doing
So
this.
I grab a thing. I go to Home Depot. While
Uh-huh.
I'm there, I'm grabbing some shit, and then I see a bag was open. So someone probably had the same idea as I did.
Right.
I go to the front. I grab one of the free coffee cups. I take a coffee cup of seed. Right.
Yes.
I get
Steal
it.
from Home Depot. Someone had the same idea.
I get
Someone
home.
had the same idea as the big cat.
Yeah, big cat doing big things.
Yeah.
I take the seed. I spray it around, and I walk on it, and that's it. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Perfectly growing grass now.
Wow.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. I had too many tulips in my backyard, right?
Too
And
many tulips.
And I wanted to fucking I wanted to make a garden. I was like, oh, I'm gonna grow stuff to make hot sauces because I always make my hot sauces.
Sure.
So I was like, I want to grow my own vegetables for hot sauce.
Right.
So I'm starting to dig them up, and like I'm digging holes on the other side to plant the tulips. Like they're bulbs. And then after a while, dude, there was like fucking 45. I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
So I just started throwing the bulbs and like the half-grown tulips. A week later, my mom's like, you're gonna ruin everything. You're ruin it. She comes over a week later. She's like, oh, you ended up planting? I'm like, no, Mom, I just threw them. I'm like, when
Where'd you
care,
throw 'em? On the
threw 'em
neighbor's
on-
lawn?
No, threw them onto the other side where all the other tulips were.
Oh, okay.
When you care about gardening, it
Sure.
fails.
Right.
When you're not giving a fuck, you grow it. I literally took a bunch of pepper seeds, like
Uh-huh.
just to grow peppers, and I just
Yeah.
threw it. And Tara's like, "That's not gonna grow." I'm like, "You don't know anything."
Yeah.
Threw it in the ground, stomped
It's
down
nice
as hard
and
as I can.
Pretty mean thing to
Now
say.
they're growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, remember in your when you lived in that house with all the guys and you
Yeah,
guys
Texas
and
Roadhouse.
you threw the watermelons and the seeds in the
Yeah.
ground and then they grew.
Yeah, and
then-
pumpkins did both. Grew watermelon and pumpkins.
But there was like they were just randomly watermelons
Yeah.
popping up around the
yeah, it
around
was
the
the
yard.
coolest thing. And then we
Yeah.
got a watermelon. He's like, "Hey, you got a bottle of vodka? Cork it, boom."
Did you ever eat one of those watermelons?
Yeah, we used to slam bottles of vodka in them and let them soak overnight.
Really?
Yeah, and then we eat the watermelon, get fucking blacked out. That was the best. That was the best time, dude. Blacking out on watermelon.
That's
What
a heartwarming gardening story,
What a
dude.
fucking summer, dude.
That's really nice.
You ever black out on watermelon? I would say like an entire $20 bottle into a watermelon. So every piece of watermelon you eat is a shot.
Oh yeah, sure.
So you're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
fucking wasted.
A vodka melon they call
Vodka
it.
melon, yeah, whatever it is,
That's
dude.
nice. I like a
the best.
regular watermelon,
Eh,
which also has merit.
yeah.
It's not the. You ever heard of the yellow watermelon?
Yeah, I don't like them.
The yellow watermelon,
I don't
or
like them.
watermelon amarillo, as they
That's the
call it.
one that doesn't have seeds, right?
They're just yellow. I don't know what the difference
I don't
is.
think they have seeds. I think that's the thing with them.
Oh, okay. Are they
Yeah.
GMO watermelon?
I don't know, but like when they don't have seeds, they're not good. They're not sweet.
You gotta have seeds.
I
you ever had
can't-
you ever had grapes with seeds in them?
No, that's not good.
They taste better, but they're annoying because they got seeds in them.
Yeah, I feel like that's eating olives. Like you have the pit in the
It's
middle.
annoying because you can't just chill and crush them. But
Yeah,
I'm a big grapes guy. I eat a lot
I'm
of grapes.
Huge grapes. guy.
Really, we have that in common.
Yeah,
We're both
but-
grapes guys.
Yeah, but here comes the difference.
Yeah, here we go.
Are you a cotton candy grape guy?
I am.
Oh,
I
wow,
am.
big fan of that,
I am,
dude.
dude. I got into them
Cotton
recently.
candy grapes are unbelievable, dude.
Dude, well, they taste like fucking jelly. And
yeah,
shit,
it's
right?
they're the best.
They're
dude.
so good.
They're
yeah.
just candy.
They are great.
I just eat an entire bag, and I'm like, wow, my
I
stomach
crush a whole
fucking
bag
hurts.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you feel
I
like
eat
shit.
them with peanut butter.
Oh, that's smart.
It's great.
That's
It's
smart.
like eating a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Wow,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I didn't even think to do that.
That's
There
how I
was a-
put them in a bowl and then I put peanut butter on them and just eat it like with a spoon.
There was a period of time where Tara was so obsessed with. She's the one who turned me on to them. Like we would go to places, and like there was an upcharge for a while. Like
Yeah.
if you went to somewhere, it was like $12 for a bag of grapes. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like I can't. That's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, then you got to steal them.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
then you
If
just
I- if
take
it's too
all the
much, I
grapes
just
out
steal
and
it,
you just
yeah.
put them into the other bag.
Well, if it's too much, I'm like I'm stealing
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I get it. I get it.
But yeah, like, dude, it's so funny because I went through a whole thing with cotton candy grapes this year too.
Yeah.
It was the first time I ever tried. I actually said to my girlfriend, I was like, "Have you ever tried these grapes?"
That's you know what's crazy is that you bought them. You just seem like the guy that wouldn't. You're like, nah, I'm not.
I would steal them. You would think.
No, no, no.
Oh.
I just mean like I feel like that'd be too much like candy. Like what is
No,
that?
they're
Like,
good. They're grapes.
I know, but
They're
you'd be
not
like-
really candy. They're grapes.
But do you know they're actually a hybrid? They're not like just like infused with chemicals. They're actually like grown.
Yeah,
Like
they're
they-
not a GMO fruit.
Do you
They're
know what they grow them with? Strawberries.
Water?
Strawberries. They do a hybrid. They split the seeds and they put the seeds together.
Oh wait, they're not from Earth.
No, they are.
Oh.
They take a green grape seed
Uh-huh.
and a strawberry seed, and they cut both in half, and they fuse them with a wet paper towel, and then they plant them, and they grow into those grapes.
Really?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah,
where
I was
they come
gonna say.
from.
I think they're just. I was gonna say. I completely believed you for a second. I thought you were talking. It sounded like everybody I ever talked to about
Where
weed.
do cotton candy grapes come from?
Did you just ask Siri that question?
I don't know.
You just said. It seems like you just said it at your phone. Did you call somebody or is this phone a friend?
Crossbreeding, major grape producing regions. Not it just says major crossbreeding. All right, it's a crossbreeding though. It is
Yeah.
the cut in half. I don't know if it's not with strawberry.
Well, I had never heard of them. I tried them this year. I thought they were incredible.
They're the best, man.
And I asked ChatGPT if it's okay to eat 3 bags of them before I go to bed, and it said it's fine. Go ahead, kid.
Are you sure?
That's what it says. It says something like that. It said like it's just grapes.
I feel like eating a lot of grapes. There's something
No,
wrong.
it's just
with it.
grapes.
I don't know, man. There's gotta be something wrong with it.
Why?
I don't know. Just feel
I
like-
always have this argument with my parents. They're like, I can't eat fruit. I'm like, you can eat fruit. You can't eat fruit roll-ups. You know what I mean? Like natural sugar is okay. It's all right. Who
yeah,
cares?
well, you gotta watch out for diabetes though, even with
Nah,
natural
ba-
fruit.
Nah, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Not if you live a normally. In my opinion, in my personal opinion.
Well, here's the thing: you can eat as much fruit.
yeah,
as you can.
as long as
Your
you have a
parents-
normally healthy lifestyle.
Your parents cannot eat as much fruit as they can.
No, because they're already all diabeted up.
Is your dad diabetes too?
Oh, he's diabeted up, but he's funny because he gets diabetes, loses diabetes because it's reversible.
I know.
He's had it on and off again for 15 years.
My
He
dad-
gets healthy, goes to the gym, no more diabetes. Then he gets it again. And
yeah,
goes to
he's
a
like,
fat.
I'm just gonna have chocolate for a little bit.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Well, no, he just gives up, and then he's like gets shitty again, and then he gets
He
it
just
back.
gives up.
He he's one of these guys. He starts to exercise and feels really good, and then he gets lazy, and then he stops, and he gets sick again. He's like, oh, I got to change everything. He changes it again.
Yeah,
He's never consistent. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But he's had diabetes and reversed it like literally 10 times.
Because when you feel good,
Mhm.
you think you can just go back.
exactly, that's when it's time to go back.
Yeah, and that's when it's time to go back.
Mhm.
So next question is when we gonna have a beer.
I'll tell you what. I'm not planning on drinking anytime soon, but I will tell you this: if you ever seen the news that there's like a comet heading for Earth or something,
Yeah.
I'm planning to have a big party that night.
Wow. Gonna get
Mhm.
bombed.
Well, I have all this wine in my fridge. I mean, in my closet. That's
Oh yeah, you used to be a big collector of wine.
yeah. I have some really nice bottles.
You
of
have
wine.
bottles like, oh, I'm gonna open this when this
Yeah.
happens and this happens.
I also have bottles that I bought like in France in like 2012 or like when I was living.
2012. I heard that's actually a really good year. I'm not even just saying
Yeah, I
that.
know. I know.
heard 2012 is like a serious year for wine.
I don't know. Or in when I was
What are you
living,
gonna do with all
when
this
I was
stuff?
in Napa Valley in San Francisco, I bought like wines over the years.
What are you gonna do with all this stuff?
They're all in my closet.
To do what with?
I'm aging them
For when?
for when a comet's coming at the Earth and we're all gonna die.
Nah.
Yes,
Give me your wine.
maybe I will, John. I thought about giving them to people as gifts, but I thought it's funny too because like there's a few times I like didn't want to buy people wedding gifts or something. I was like, maybe I'll just give them this bottle.
I'll be like, listen, there's a 300
20 years is gonna be
bottle.
worth.
gotta tell them when you give it to them.
But I felt like people would be like, well, you don't drink anymore, so you're just giving me something from your closet.
Yes,
it
yeah,
doesn't,
that's
really
definitely
count
part of it.
anymore. You know.
So I have a new idea. Every week you come here, I'll make sure Tyler is ready to drive you home, and I'll crush an entire bottle of wine.
I do. I like that.
This one is good. It was how much was this? $200.
Well, you remember when I stopped drinking? Well, not stopped totally, but like during my last year of drinking, I was a huge wine guy.
Yeah.
The biggest wine.
Yeah.
Remember when I lived in that little apartment?
I love that.
All I did was drink
We
wine.
just crushed wine.
That's
dude.
it. I just drink tons of wine. Every day I would drink like a bottle of wine.
Yeah, we tried doing a podcast. Who did we try?
Oh,
doing
I
a
have
podcast?
it. I have that. We have a drunk podcast episode that could never be released.
Oh yeah, it's that bad.
It's on this computer.
Ooh,
I have it. It says it's in a folder that says secret. Then you go in the folder and it says why that's funny. Then you go into that folder and it says secret drunk podcast.
Oh yeah, it was bad, right?
Bad.
Yeah.
It's the secret.
Talked
It's the
about the
secret.
worst
It's the
stuff in the
secret
world.
drunk podcast. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Doesn't need to be discussed, but it was yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was during my wine phase because I used to have a subscription to the Astor wine box of the month.
Ooh.
Every month they'd give you like 20 bottles.
Oh my God, how much was that a month?
It was like $100-something bucks or something like that.
Damn,
It's
maybe
like-
I'll set
and
for
I
my
used to
birthday
get,
this year.
but yeah, but it becomes so much wine that it's like, what am I doing with all this wine?
Yeah, drink it.
You have to drink it. Well, that's what I mean. That I was drinking wine all the time.
Oh, and that's probably why you quit
Because
drinking.
I knew the next box was coming the next month.
So you
you know,
start
it's
drinking bottles of
you're
wine that
drinking
week.
wine all the time. And in the summertime,
Andrew, why are you so hungover at work? It's a box a month.
It's a box of the wine month. But the in the summertime they switched to like summer wine, so it's like it's different when it's like red wine.
Zinfandels.
Yeah, Rieslings. You got to drink that shit. You can't just
I
keep
like
it.
Zinfandels and Rieslings.
I know, but you can't hold on to it. It's like you have to drink it that month.
Oh yeah, can't. Cause
It's
gonna
like, you
fucking
know what I
go
mean? It doesn't
bad.
age. Yeah. So it's like in the
suck.
summer you're just like, oh my god, I can't keep up with this.
No one wants to drink. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Let's have a bottle of wine.
No,
Like,
no,
I
you do.
would
You
never.
would drink like a Riesling or something on
Yeah,
a
but-
beautiful day. That was the best.
Yo, but a beautiful day crushing a Coors Light, dude.
Yeah,
Big cats crushing Coors Light on a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day. Get on my tractor, crush some Coors Lights.
I'll tell you what, though, man. Like, I love a nice beer. I love a nice glass of wine, but
Sure.
nothing is better than when it's hot out and you're
Fat
just
blunt.
crushing Coors Lights.
Oh,
dude.
Coors Lights, yeah.
Coors Lights are fucking like, dude. They just go down like water cans.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I used to love Coors Lights. I took a tour of the Coors factory once with Jerry. We got blacked out. That was a
Dude,
long
that's
time
awesome.
ago. Yeah, it took us.
When the hell did you go to Colorado with Jerry?
When I drove from here to California in
Oh.
like 2009,
Yeah.
we just randomly went there. We hung out with Mills.
Oh, okay.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Mills only had $17 in his bank account, and we went to a baseball game, and he spent it on 2 hot dogs. That's what I remember. He was like,
Oh,
"I only
my
have $17, and I spent it on 2 hot dogs."
I gotta tell you, dude. Like, you went with Jerry and you came home with me. I'm so happy.
Well, no. This is a separate trip.
All right,
yeah.
but either way, you
multiple years apart. Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Sure.
Either way,
I guess.
Either
It's a
way,
huge detail of the story.
you
but-
drove through the top and we came from the bottom, and
Mhm.
I'm so happy we didn't come from the top. Like, we got to do way cooler stuff on the bottom than you guys did. Definitely, your
Yeah.
guys, it was probably cornfield.
Yeah.
Dude, those rocks we saw in the middle of fucking New Mexico, that was crazy.
That was pretty awesome.
The scorpion at the Indian reservation, dude, it was unbelievable.
Yeah, we had a good. I've driven across the country multiple times.
Yeah.
But that was the only time I took that route. That was a great route.
Yeah, that route's the wet route to go. I'll
Yeah,
never
yeah.
go across.
Well, because we were trying to see stuff, so we went like the scenic route.
Yeah,
But
like,
if you're
dude-
just trying to drive home, you go the other way.
Yeah, but fuck that. Dude.
I did that one. You know, I drove from California to New Jersey by myself once.
No, I never knew that.
Yeah.
When?
So on the original Jerry trip. So okay, the original Jerry and Mills.
Oh,
I don't know.
my
Maybe
God.
Mills is listening, so I'm not hating or anything. But like on the original Jerry trip, I had just graduated like college or something, and I was like, I'm moving to California. I had no plan though, and I never had a job before or anything.
Yeah.
And so me and Jerry drove out to Mills, and I was hoping that Mills wanted to like find an apartment and like start a new life in California because he was living with his mom.
Okay, yeah.
And then he didn't really want to do that. And then Jerry flew back to New Jersey.
He just said,
left.
I'm out.
That was his plan the whole time. Like I was like, I'm going to stay in California. So he had a plane ticket back. I drove out there.
Okay.
And then I was sitting there with Mills one night, and I was like, I said, like, what do you think? Like, should we try to move to like San Francisco or LA or something? Because he lived out in the boonies.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know, man. Like, I kind of got it good out here. Like da 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 da. And I was like, fuck. Like, and then I remember I applied for a job because I was staying with Mills and his mom for like a week or two.
Yeah.
I applied for a job.
All this.
Yeah. I applied for a job
yeah.
at a Pete's coffee shop. And they called me and they're like, we just don't think you're qualified. And I was like, I just graduated college. I was like, no, you don't understand. I have a degree in English.
Yeah.
I'm qualified to work at this coffee shop.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you're not. And then I was like, fuck, what am I going to do? Like, am I really going to try to like make it out here? And then one night at 10 o'clock at night, I just went to Mills. I was like, yo, I'm leaving. I'm going back to Jersey. He's like, right now? I was like, right now.
Wow.
And I just got in the car and drove all night, the whole night. And then I drove from California back to New Jersey in 3 days. Just flying.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
dude! Did you stop to stay anywhere?
I stopped one night. I stopped. Yeah, like 2 nights. I stayed in like murder motels on the side of the road in like Utah or something.
So it was like that hotel we stayed in, like Austin, Texas. No, not Austin.
That was in New Mexico where we stayed in that cracked out place,
no,
right? We stayed in one nice hotel. We stayed in the.
It was wherever we went before we went to Dallas Stadium, where it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
half the walls were like not done.
Oh yeah,
Dude, that was the craziest.
that was in
thing.
Texas though.
That was in Texas.
yeah, that was like.
No, the other hotel we stayed at in New Mexico, when we asked the guy, hey, is there anything to do here tonight? And he said there's a bowling alley down the street. I was like, damn, New Mexico fucking sucks.
Oh, we ate at that weird
Albuquerque.
diner.
Yeah,
that was
dude.
Well, we went to Albuquerque because we wanted to see the Breaking Bad stuff,
And we
did.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
filming Better Call Saul that
We got
day.
lucky because it doesn't even look
Yeah,
like that.
It said like tropical chicken or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
when we went in, we sat at the seat where Gus and fucking
Yeah.
whatever his name is sat.
Yeah.
And then like they took a picture of us and they're like, yo, you guys know they're doing this right. And we went outside and the whole sign just
Yeah.
said Los Polos chicken. We're like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
Los
Oh,
Pollos
Twisters.
Hermanos.
Twisters. That's what it was
That's
called.
what the name of the real
Yeah,
restaurant
yeah.
was. Yeah. But we went to
was-
Albuquerque just to see Breaking Bad
Yeah,
stuff.
that's all we did.
So that's why we were there.
No, but that's not where was that?
We stayed in a weird hotel in Albuquerque. We stayed there that night too. Because the next day, remember, we woke up, we went to the house where everybody throws the pizzas
Yes.
on. Yeah.
And then what did we do after that? Nashville. That was fucking
Nashville
awesome.
was awesome. We
That
stayed
was-
in that hotel.
with the guitar pool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the pool was shaped like a guitar. That's the reason I booked it.
Yeah, that was a crazy trip, dude. That
Yeah.
was wild.
Yeah, that was a crazy trip. I remember when we got pulled over 3 times in one day.
Yeah, because we were California, we looked like we were a gay couple.
yeah.
And then you got 3 tickets. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're doing 35 and 25. It's like, it was just 25. It's like, nah, these state lines.
Yeah.
You gotta go 25, 35, 15, 25. You gotta keep your eye out.
That was crazy, dude. Remember when I told you I had all those shrooms in the car?
No, I
don't
don't remember that. No.
Yeah, you told me to throw them out. You got all mad.
What?
I was like, dude, like, cause like when we got pulled over in that little town in Texas,
Yeah.
that cop, I was like, this guy could just throw me in jail for the rest of my life. We were in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah,
and he brought me out of the car and he made me sit
Yeah.
in his car.
Yeah,
I was
dude.
like, I'm just gonna get arrested.
I
in
was
this town.
freaking out.
Yeah, that was scary. I was literally scared of that guy. I was like, we're in the middle of nowhere.
He
No
had
one
a
knows I'm
cowboy
here.
hat, dude.
Yeah, I know. He had a
With
cowboy hat. He was
sunglasses.
so mad.
Yeah, he was so mad.
He let us go, but I said to you, I was like, I'm glad this guy didn't really search the car. Like, I have mad shrooms in the car. And you were like, you're driving through the country with shrooms in the car? Are you crazy? Like, throw them out. So I wound up mailing them back to myself.
That's right.
I pulled over in a post
Yeah.
office and mailed them back to
Yeah,
New Jersey.
now I remember all this. Yeah. Mailed it right to your parents' house.
No, I mailed it to the Jersey City house.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And that began
Oh,
a legacy.
What a fucking. Oh my god.
But I
man.
took that trip a few times. Dude, I drove through the desert completely by myself in the middle of the night one time. I'll never forget that. It was very surreal. You have a lot of conversations with God.
That's crazy, dude. I don't think I could ever do that. I think
It was
I would just be
nuts.
calling people.
And it was before Spotify or anything was invented. So I remember I just had a million CDs. I was playing a million, like trying to get through albums and stuff like
That
that.
had to be fucking mind changing. Like your entire life changed from that moment.
It was
on.
pretty Well, I also and I remember nobody knew I was doing it. Like my parents just thought I was in California. Like I was just driving through the country without telling anybody. So I just showed up back and I was like, yeah, I failed. I'm back. I didn't really try. Couldn't get a job at Pete's Coffee Shop. So I quit and I came back and
Oh my god, man.
Yeah.
That is fucking crazy.
yeah,
You just do shit like this all the time.
yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
surprised you even have a place to stay when you're going to France like next week. Like I figured you
Yeah.
just go and be like, no, we'll see what happens.
No. Well, I have an Airbnb for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I assume you did, but
Yeah.
you're just such a nut that you just don't. You just do.
I just do it, Bo.
It's fucking crazy. Dinner's ready.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Dinner tonight.
What's that?
It's breakfast for dinner. It's like eggs, pancake, sausage,
Wow.
bagels, all that stuff.
Guess I won't be staying for dinner, guys. It's been nice seeing you this week. Please follow us on Instagram at Why That's Funny Podcast.
Hey.
We'll see you next time, my
See
friends.
ya.
Have a good night. Thank you, John.
Bye-bye.
Bye, John. See you later, John.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Why That's Funny. We hope you enjoyed the show. Message us your questions at Why That's Funny Podcast on Instagram. Until next time, so long.